Hey y'all, Pigeon Forge Rod Run 2016, and we're gonna go and take a walk through the 2016 ScottieDTV Dirty Dozen. I'm gonna kind of do it Survivor style, you know, like the end of the season where they go through and talk about and remember the people that have been voted off. These people haven't been voted off though; they've been voted on. But anyways, I'm gonna kind of give you what I remember, what I see that car. This is what I think of. But keep in mind, all these cars have been featured, so you know it's just a quick walkthrough, and you can always go to ScottieDTV.com and use the search over there and find any of these cars and watch the full feature on them. One other thing I wanted to say is that Surf City Garage provided some cleanup kits for the Dirty Dozen this year. Fellas, I appreciate you supporting me, the channel, and what I got going on here at Pigeon Forge. So anyways, let's get the camera turned around. We'll take a quick look at these 12 cars. Nice 66 Super Sport Impala by Big Oak. Funny thing about this car is it had been done for like 3 years. And I was down at the shop one day and I said, hey, what about shooting that Impala? And they were like, oh, we built that 3 years ago. Here's where it was in a magazine. We built that 3 years ago, Scotty. I said, I don't care. Nobody's seen it. Let's take it out. So we did a video. Video's got over 150,000 views on it in less than a year. Big money dart they built. It's kicking its butt in video views. The car is just an absolute hit. I joke and say this car single-handedly raised the value of 66 Impalas just because everywhere I go, people talk to me about that black Impala. So very cool car, very honored to have it here. Big Oak's always in position to try to help me when they can. I sure appreciate their support. 62 Bel Air wagon. So I'm down at cruising the coast and I see this car, and for 2 days I'm trying to find it, trying to chase it down because it is just absolutely as cool a wagon as I've ever seen, right? And I'm walking out of a restaurant and this guy's sitting on a bench. He says, hey, Scotty D. I said, hey, how you doing, brother? He said, you want to see the baddest station wagon you've ever seen? I said, if it's a 60-something Chevy that's silver, lead me to it because I've been chasing it for 2 days. He kind of looked at me confused and he said, yeah, that's the car. I said, dude, you're not kidding, that's bad. So I ended up hooking up with him, become friends, tri-state out of Mississippi, built the car, and like I said, I was honored to invite them to the Dirty Dozen this year, and they were able to get the car here. So again, thanks guys, and if you've not seen it, make sure you check that one out. 57 Ford Custom 300, John Jennings' car. And this one we just shot the feature on like a week ago, and but I knew Evers was doing the body. I knew the people that were helping build the car. John was, you know, he was doing his part. Holcomb was doing the interior, so I knew it was going to be a good car. I just didn't know if it was going to be done by the time to be in the Dirty Dozen. And brought it down here this week. We were able to run the feature on it, so it qualified. And here she sits. It's just a beautiful car. So again, you know, I'm going to say it on them all, but if you've not seen this one, check it out. Coyote, or not a Coyote motor, but the 4.6 is in it. Brand Speed 700 horse. That's why it's called 700 proof, kind of a kickoff from a moonshine runner. Just a cool car, and I'm really honored to have it here. 72 Chevy C10 Resto Mod. If you've seen you've seen Bradley Gray's Camaro, the twin turbo charged, supercharged Camaro. The day that I shot that car, way back when we were just getting started, the only other car I shot at that show was this truck. Not that there wasn't other cars there, it was background music. I was young in the business, I didn't know how to work around things, so that's what I ended up with. I ended up with the Camaro video that really helped put us on the map, and I ended up shooting a truck that even after all this time still draws a bunch of attention. And if you've not seen this truck's got 250, 300,000 views on it. Just really cool. He's changed the wheels since then, but the truck's not deteriorated in any way. Just very cool. And like I said, you know, if you've not seen this one, make sure you get on it. These C10s are so hot, you know, and this one's been done a while, but it was done right. SC 454. Old time, I'm talking again, in the beginning, you know, a long time ago we shot this car. Custom, everything's custom, one-off, handmade. That body is not a 69 Camaro body. It's all hand fabricated. It's got a glass roof in it. List goes on. $600,000 or better to build it. And just a beautiful job. And everybody says, it kills me about this car, so everybody says, well, he should have just bought a Challenger. Well, the problem being is that he built this car 2 years before the Challenger came out. So Actually, Dodge should have just went to him and bought his design, because the car, it does resemble it a little bit, but it's just all one off. It was in his head. It was a beautiful car, won a lot of awards. You know, and again, if you've not seen this one, make sure you check it out. All that's custom. Everything's custom on it. Everything. Keep that in mind when you're looking at this. There is not anything that's not one-off, handmade just for this car. How crazy is that? Mirage, 2016 grade 8 winner. 7-year build, all done in the garage. No CNC machines, files, band saws, sandpaper, that kind of stuff. You know, and for a guy in 2016, for somebody to roll into Detroit, built the car at home over that kind of time period, and you know, compete with the big boys, end up with a grade 8. I mean, that's saying something. And Richard has done a really nice job on this car. I say it's a car. It's really a pickup truck. It's really a 41 Ford pickup truck, and it's a Ford in a Ford. But like I said, 2016 grade 8 winner right there. How cool is that? 1977 Trans Am Super Bandit. Jerry Cook is the one that owns it. Dan and Penny Losh of Rock Springs, Georgia, design, concept, and mechanical. Steve Holcomb, interior. Mike Levine did the artwork. And there's one guy I'm forgetting, and he's going to be really mad at me. Brother, I apologize. But there's a feature on this video. Hopefully we got everybody taken care of in that one. I just wanted to do a quick walk around on it. But that's the thing, you know, that's what I do. People don't, I don't know that people understand the thought process that goes into forming this Dirty Dozen. It's not just happenstance, you know. I just don't call people and say, hey, bring your car. I start out 3 or 4 months in advance, thinking about here's my wish list. I start out with a wish list. This is what I want. And then we go through there and we contact people, and we just work the list down until we get 12 people that, you know, that we can get, and get to come, show their car. And because I want you all to come in and know that if you're coming to see these things for real, then I'm bringing you 12 of the best. So if you've never been to the Pigeon Forge Rod Run, please come out and see it. See the ScottieDTV Dirty Dozen. We only do it in the spring, though. 28 Model A, 30 days or less, built by the famous Ricky Bobby. I couldn't. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I say the same thing every time I shoot one of Ricky's builds. It's his style. He pulls it off just flawlessly. There's a lot of this type of car out there, and there's some cool ones, but every time he builds one, I'm just like, wow, I can't wait to this weekend. He told me he's got like 5 or 6 that he's working on right now, and I can't wait to get down to the shop and see what he's got. And we did this one, and we did all cashed out, and we did one other one all in the same day. And then all cashed out was actually the winner of that Redneck Rumble t-shirt or TV show or whatever it was. So Ricky actually he had won that, and but I think this is probably just a little bit cooler car, because he built that one for a show. This one here, he wasn't under any kind of time constraints like that, and it turned out nice. So go to ScottieDTV.com, search 30 days or less. They're all cashed out. You can see a whole feature on these cars. 1969 C10. Oh, how hot these things are. This one's the Preacher. Built by Hudson's Hot Rods. And Jimmy, the owner, it's his grandfather's truck. And his grandfather was the preacher in town. So he said that everything that his grandfather owned was always referred to as the preacher's tractor. Preacher's this, the preacher's that. So when he built this truck, he said it was only fitting that they call it the Preacher. And he was telling me what his grandfather would think if he was here to see it. And I think it's got 11 or 1,200 horse. SEMA, they debuted it out there. Hopefully at some point we can get a picture of it blowing the tires off, because the only time Jimmy's drove it, that's what he did. Went out on a country road and tried to blow the tires off of it. But very cool truck. Check it out if you've not seen it. 1966 Ford GT Spider. Jason Snyder built this car. This is what he does. Shelby stuff. Mustangs, GTs, GT40s, whatever. But that's what he specializes in. So if you got a Shelby project coming up and you want somebody that does really nice work and is very familiar with the correct way that Shelby would have done something and put it back together, Jason's a good one to look up. I ran into him. He was driving this thing around down here in Pigeon Forge, down the strip. And I ended up finding it up at a hotel and shot a quick video on it. But it just, I mean, how cool is that, right? And you drive it on the street. Are you kidding me? Man alive. And it's got a Ford, like a 351 or something in it. It's awesome, man. Check it out. Very nice 77 C10 built by Griffey's Hot Rods for Kyle and Sharon Atkins. Kyle had done this truck once, and I don't know if he won the lottery or he cashed in his grandma's gold or what happened, but he took it back to Griffey and had him redo it and spared no expense this time. Yeah, no expense. And you talk about a nice truck, square body, you know. And the other generations are really hot, but these square bodies, they're coming on too. I know you square body fans are going to go, oh, these have always been hot, this, that, and the other thing. Well, maybe so, but at the shows, you always see the other generation, and now you're starting to see quite a bit of these square bodies show up. And they're growing on me. Not that I disliked them before, but the more I see them, I find ones that I'm like, oh yeah, now I see what people find in those. Those are cool. So for sure, check this one out. 51 Chevy, Mr. Junk. How about that? And it ain't cheap to make it look that rough. And it looks like it is, but this car is straight all the way through. Custom interior, 555, 800 and some horse, pounds the ground, comes out the side there. Just a cool car. My buddy Mark Reinhardt built it. He plays with a lot of toys, and just a very cool dude, you know, just a hot rodder. But on the other hand, he's got a Lamborghini, he's got a Ford big pickup truck. So, you know, to him, cool is cool. He gets what I'm talking about when I say cool is cool. He's got a Volkswagen, a couple of Volkswagens actually. So he's not just locked into one particular style of car. He's got all his bases covered. Let's just put it that way. And like I said, just a great guy. So glad that he could come down. He worked so much, and for him to break loose, I know was a big commitment for him. Hard to do, but again, Mark, thanks so much, brother, for bringing it in. People really love seeing it. So there you go, quick walkthrough on the 2016 ScottieDTV Dirty Dozen. Hope y'all enjoyed it. See ya.